Bar Harbor, Maine. We are beaming and simply so delighted to be here. We've been looking forward to this trip for quite some time. We're here for Acadia, leaf peeping, lobster, and all the fall coziness. We arrived yesterday afternoon. We flew into Bangor Airport, and then it was about an hour, a little over an hour drive to downtown Bar Harbor, and we are staying right in the middle of everything at the West Street Hotel. Great location. We're really close to restaurants, have a beautiful view of the water. Beautiful. And it's just so exciting. Again, we're so thankful to be here. Let me catch you up on what we've done so far. Once we landed in Bangor, our first stop was to get some coffee, and we found this coffee shop, Chimera Coffee, and it was delightful. I had a pumpkin spice latte with homemade pumpkin pie spice syrup. Lovely, beautiful thing to sip on as we made our way to Bar Harbor. The drive was gorgeous. So much beautiful color popping throughout the landscape. And then we arrived at our hotel. Thankfully, our room was ready for us so we could get settled in a bit. What sold us on the West Street Hotel is that there's parking on site, which is really convenient because Bar Harbor, of course, is naturally highly coveted, and we never had to worry about parking our whole trip because the hotel included parking. And our room was very comfortable, and the view of the harbor from our balcony was simply breathtaking. Oftentimes when we go on trips too, we'll end up staying at multiple places, so it was really nice to just be hunkering down here for 4 nights. So we unpacked our suitcase a bit, got settled, and for dinner we went over to Lompoc Cafe, which we loved. It has a really relaxed, cozy atmosphere, and the food was delicious. We're getting out of our food comfort zone this trip. We don't eat a ton of seafood at home, especially shellfish, so we tried to be adventurous with our palate, and we ordered mussels, this gorgeous salad. Something about the lettuce in New England, it is so tasty and crunchy and crisp and fresh. It's wonderful, and it was just a really great first meal to start our trip. Once we arrived back at our hotel for the night, we were delighted to see that they had some hot apple cider in the library, so we poured ourselves a cup. And then I also was very excited that the hotel had games and puzzles that you could borrow during your stay, and I found this Acadia National Park puzzle, which was perfect. So it was a beautiful ending to the night to sip on some cider in bed while working on this puzzle. The next morning, we started our day at a classic Bar Harbor spot, Cafe This Way. It was, again, such a cozy, relaxed, comfortable atmosphere. Everyone was so cheerful, and it just had great energy, so we really enjoyed this spot. We ordered some blueberry pancakes. Maine is known for their blueberries, so you will sense the theme throughout our trip. We were indulging in all of the blueberry treats, and then we walked around the town of Bar Harbor a bit more, getting our bearings, familiarizing ourselves with this beautiful town, taking in the leaves. And there's also so many great little shops with different trinkets and goodies, so that's also fun to browse around. Should I get this sleep shirt? And the plan for the rest of today is we're gonna go get some lobster for lunch. We're gonna go antiquing. This is a very blustery, chilly day here in Maine, so we're gonna spend some time browsing the antique stores, which I'm very excited about. We'll probably check out the Acadia Visitor Center too, try to get a lay of the land, see what hikes we want to do, get any advice because we are traveling with our son, so we want to make sure we pick the trails and the hikes that are baby safe. But yeah, just kind of, again, scoping out the town and soaking it all up. We didn't end up eating at Stuman's Lobster Pound, but it was right across the street from our hotel, and this is another classic Bar Harbor spot, and it was really fun to walk around because you could kind of see a little behind the scenes of the lobster industry, and one of the employees there was kind enough, I suppose you could say, to let Brandon hold a lobster. He just pulled one right out of the tank and gave us a closer look, so that was exciting. A fun fact we learned is that lobsters can live up to 100 years. We then stopped at the stadium to grab a popover, which is another delicacy here in New England. Which essentially, popovers are buttery pastries, and they're the perfect vessel to enjoy some butter and jam. So we had a little popover picnic in the park. It's so big. Oh wow, look at that. We also got some maple butter and some blueberry jam to go with it.
Smells warmy.
A taste test. We put maple butter and
the blueberry jam.
It's yummy.
Wells is ready for his bite.
Dad's turn.
Let's check it out.
It's delightful. We then strolled over to Choco-latte for some coffee, and I had the pumpkin Choco-latte, which is their house chocolate and spices combined with house-made pumpkin syrup. It is so yummy and warming. This was the perfect coffee for a blustery day in Bar Harbor. We then walked over to Hidden Barn Books, which I believe just opened the previous summer, so this is a newer spot, and it's absolutely dreamy in every single way. It's a bookstore nestled in one of the side streets in Bar Harbor, and it's so beautifully designed. They also have this upstairs loft space, which is perfect for lingering and sipping on a cozy cup of coffee. They have a puzzle swap, so you can work on puzzles. I really appreciate the puzzle appreciation I noticed here in Maine. And another neat little offering they had is this mini print vending machine featuring Richard's scary prints. And naturally, we had to try this out for ourselves. This is the cute little print we got.
Nobody stand.
We then drove over to Travelin Lobster, which was a recommendation from our waitress the previous night, and she did not lead us astray. I am certainly not one that craves lobster, but I will say the lobster roll here was wonderful. Of course, it is mainly bread and butter that I'm tasting when I ate this lobster roll, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and Travelin Lobster had a really fun space and many tables, so that was great. Now for the antiquing. We started at Two Old Goats Antiques, and it was so fun to browse around. There are so many gems. Of course, I was a bit limited because we traveled here by plane, so I had to restrain myself and try to find some smaller, more portable antiques, but it's just so fun to browse, especially if there is a rainy day during your trip. This is the perfect activity. We then went to Country Store Antiques, which is ginormous. It's multiple stories, and just the structure itself was really interesting to spend time in, and we found some gems in here as well. I felt like this day went by really fast. Just like that, it was already dinner time. We ended up going to Tap and Barrel, which was right near our hotel, and it was tasty. It wasn't our favorite meal of the trip. Another thing that was a little tricky is they didn't have high chairs, which of course it's a tavern. Naturally, you don't really think of that as the most family-friendly restaurant. So just wanted to make that little note, but it was a cozy night. And then for dessert, we grabbed a cookie from the Bite. Oh, and we also saw that the local theater has movie nights, which would be a fun way to spend time once the sun goes down. We're back in the hotel after a beautiful, full first day. It was really lovely, even though the weather was chilly and windy and a little overcast. It was still so beautiful, and we were able to do quite a bit. I was trying to think through my highlight of the day because I always like to kind of reminisce on each day and think what stood out. And for me, I really enjoyed antiquing. It was, whoa, you too, buddy? It was really special. And here's a little antique haul. I found this bell. It has this pretty scallop detail. It's so lovely. And at this antique store, it was the Two Old Goats antique store. When we were walking up, they had this free stuff bin. And in the free stuff was this gator mug, this Florida gator mug, which was perfect for us because we're from Florida and we went to the University of Florida, so go Gators. And then at the other antique store, I found this really cute quilted basket. It's so darling. So many details. The woman who worked or maybe even owned the antique store, she said this fabric was probably from the 1930s is what she thought. So that's pretty neat. And then I also found this seashell artwork. So it's this beautiful painting on this seashell, and it already has a little hole in the top so I can hang it up. Thought that was really, really special and beautiful. And then the last find is probably my favorite, this quilted little duck artwork. It's just so sweet and adorable, and it just feels like such a treasure. What was your highlight of the day, Brandon?
Oh, I was thinking, I would say breakfast. I think breakfast. Just going out in the morning, it was so cozy and chilly.
And now for dessert.
And it was, the people there were really nice.
Yeah, it had such a cozy feeling.
Yeah,
it was like wonderful.
Stereotypical nice cafe.
Yeah, it was great.
Earth.
It was great. And now for a cookie for dessert. And I don't even think I'm going to work on the puzzle tonight because I want to get our ducks in a row for tomorrow. Our first stop after breakfast is going to be Acadia.
How it sways in the sun, keeping our stories in its motion, lies the truth about us. Things time will tell, we might never know, will be gone before.
Good morning from Acadia National Park. We have made it, and it is the most beautiful autumn day. We're so thankful. We have the windows open. We've just been driving around exploring via car because our baby is napping in the back. And we just parked at Jordan Pond. We definitely know we want to do the Jordan Pond path, but we're just debating, should we stall and drive around more while our baby's napping? Should we wait here and then go explore? We're trying to figure it out, but we're so thankful to be here and so thankful for such a gorgeous day and all of these autumn leaves. Parking near the Jordan Pond area was a little tricky. I'm not sure if it's always like this or if we came on a busier day. So just keep that in mind. Maybe try to go out earlier in the day or later in the day. I think we came to Acadia at the busiest time of day. We didn't do a ton of research, if I'm being honest. We kind of just went with the wind, but We parked in some overflow parking, probably about half a mile away from Jordan Pond House, which is a restaurant right along Jordan Pond, and it is beautiful. The view is absolutely stunning, so it was worth the walk, and we spotted some other interesting paths and points of history through our walk. And yet again, we got some popovers. Jordan Pond House is also known for their popovers, so it was wonderful to enjoy a little snack and the view. And then we strolled along the Jordan Pond path for a bit, which again was so incredibly breathtaking. There seemed to be many different hikes and paths along Jordan Pond, depending on how strenuous of a hike you preferred or if you just wanted to stroll along the boardwalk. It was a bit of a choose your own adventure, but everywhere you looked was beautiful. Okay, we hiked around for a bit. I switched jackets because it's a little warm, still jacket worthy, but I didn't need that thick jacket, which that's definitely the tip in Maine. Since it is such a coastal town, definitely bring the layers. And now our plan is to go to the Southwest Harbor, explore. We have a couple places on our list in that area, like the Lighthouse. Hopefully grab a bite to eat and see what's going on over there, and then we'll probably make our way back into Acadia in the late afternoon before heading back to Bar Harbor. Brandon also wanted to give a popover review because we had ones yesterday at the stadium and then we had them at Jordan Pond today. What's your consensus?
It seemed like from my research that everyone said the Jordan Pond restaurant, because I guess in their signs talk about it too, that they've done popovers forever, that those were the best. But I would say that the popover themselves weren't really very different, but at the stadium in Bar Harbor, you got a blueberry jam, and it had a really lovely spiciness to it.
It did.
And maple butter, which was excellent. So those combined were next level. Whereas Jordan Pond House stand, it was really good. But it was, I think, just normal butter and then a strawberry jam that didn't really seem special.
It said Maine strawberry jam, so we'll give them that. But there you go. That's the popover review. We'll let you know if we try any other ones. One of the spots we explored in the Southwest Harbor was the Claremont Hotel. I had seen this hotel online and I wanted to see the grounds because it looked very, very dreamy, and indeed it was. It was right along the water, really beautifully designed interiors, and something I especially wanted to see was their little garden area. I love this garden shed that they called a library with some comfortable chairs and books and plants. It definitely gave me some inspiration. We then made our way to the Bass Harbor Headlight Station, which was so beautiful. We visited around 4 p.m., so it was a beautiful, golden, sunny hour of the day, and it was really lovely to spend time by the water and see the lighthouse, which it was constructed in 1858. And today the lightkeeper's house is a private home, and a member of the Coast Guard and their family live there. For dinner, we went over to Table Salt, which is a highly sought after restaurant. We didn't have a reservation, but they did have room outside, and they had space heaters to keep us nice and toasty and warm, which was great. And this meal was delicious. We then made our way back to our hotel to put our baby down for a rest, and then Brandon snuck out again to grab us an ice cream float from Mount Desert Ice Cream, and this is truly some of the best ice cream I have ever had in my entire life. It was so delicious. We got blueberry, chocolate, wildflower honey, and Maine sea salted caramel flavors, and each flavor was phenomenal. Good morning. It is our last full day of adventures in Maine, so we are soaking it up. We just had a beautiful, beautiful breakfast at Mother's Kitchen, and then we got some lattes for the road because our first big activity of the day is going to an apple orchard. It's about a little over an hour away, so it's not in the general vicinity of Bar Harbor, Acadia area, but it works out because our baby needs to take a nap, so we'll just take a little road trip. And honestly, just driving throughout Maine this time of year is simply so beautiful, and we always keep the option open if we see something along the road that we want to stop at and explore. We will do that. And yesterday it was seriously such a beautiful day and we loved it, but we had a little moodiness. You know, we were all off of our schedule, so that's, you know, sometimes being free-spirited with a toddler works out really well, but sometimes you're really feeling the lack of naps and schedule, so it is what it is. But today we're feeling hopeful for just smooth sailing today, good energy. And then after the apple orchard, our plan is to explore the rest of our list in Acadia. We have a few spots that we definitely want to see before heading out. And then later tonight, we definitely want more of that ice cream. Oh my goodness, the Mount Desert ice cream, phenomenal. So definitely looking forward to this day in Maine. I am so thankful we made our way over to the apple orchard. This was such a blissful autumn day, truly something that I will daydream about for years and years to come. The weather was lovely. Everyone was just in such high spirits, and the apples were delicious, by the way, and the farm just had so much to enjoy, from pumpkin patch to apple cider, pumpkin donuts, playground. It was a wonderful, wonderful spot, and we got a bag full of apples to enjoy throughout the rest of our trip, and we were able to take some home.
It's a goat. Does he look like your Palmer? Does he look like your Palmer? Oh, he's like...
Once we made our way back into Acadia, we first went to the Ocean Path Sand Beach area, which was wonderfully beautiful. We arrived around 3:30 p.m. and this worked out quite nicely because there was a bunch of parking available, so that made things a lot simpler for us, and just the juxtaposition of the fall leaves against the seaside truly felt like a slice of heaven, and this is such a special national park. Most of Maine's coastline is privately owned, so it's really special to be able to drive through and take in these sights. We also made our way to Thunder Hole, which is a carved out inlet along the shoreline, and when a storm or the waves make their way into the narrow channel, it creates a thunderous sound, which we didn't quite experience because it wasn't the right time of day. They recommend coming 1 to 2 hours before high tide for the best chance to hear this thunder-like roar, but Of course, we had to have a little bit more flexibility, but just so you know, you can try to time that perfectly. But regardless, it's beautiful no matter what time of day you enjoy it. We then continued our drive, stopping at Otter Cliff and just taking in the sights. And the way the sun was hitting the trees and the leaves at this time of day was simply divine. For dinner, we had a little half and half dinner. We enjoyed 2 different restaurants. I ordered a falafel, pita, and some hummus from Limon Grill. And then we also went next door to Project Social, which has a really fun Zen garden outdoor seating area. And we ordered some more tapas to enjoy for our last dinner in Maine. And then naturally, we did some souvenir shopping. Again, there's so many neat shops in the Bar Harbor area. I especially loved the In the Woods shop. Here's the souvenir haul of the treasures we collected. Picked up some coffee, some frog preserves, which is fig, raspberry, orange, ginger, apple butter from the farm today, this adorable Acadia shirt. I love all of the animals. Then some pure maple syrup, some Maine Beekeeper raw and unfiltered wildflower honey, more little syrups, this adorable whale puzzle for our son. I love it. This Acadia magnet and a cute little fisherman ornament. And again, we did a repeat of our ice cream situation from the previous night, which was the coziest, yummiest way to end the trip. And we both agree we wish we had at least one more day in Bar Harbor in Acadia because we loved it all that much. And we're already talking about coming back to Maine as soon as possible. This has truly been a trip of a lifetime, an autumn dream. I'm so thankful. I said earlier today that this absolutely has been one of my favorite days of my whole entire life, which it just has been
wonderful.
Yeah, it's been so special, so thankful. We daydreamed about this trip for so long, and yes! And we're just so thankful to be here together. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm excited to see you next. Bye!
Bye!